this one, some mathematical things, came up, one by one. At the initial stage, we mostly have told how you can take decision, okay, and then after that we have told even inventory, this one, simple model of inventory, which is in fact the part of operations research basically, okay, but more detail will be after 6 weeks, okay, because 50% will be to industrial engineering and about 50% to operations research. Although in between also there will be many topics like assignment model, which will be part of the operations research, okay. And questions, etc. Suppose anybody wants to take the exam, then questions will be simple only, okay. Maybe 100 questions, multiple choice, but little bit questions of descriptive type also, because nowadays students only do mathematical things, but they are not able to describe that, or even little bit historical background. We expect that they should know something about F.W. Taylor, those people who have contributed to operations research. Then some basic definitions, okay, because the essay type of questions, because of the large number of participants, we may not give the essay type questions, but there will be some questions of descriptive nature, okay, like which year you transistor. Yes, okay. So what happened that yes, in between that it got connected. So first assignment has to be submitted by tomorrow, okay. After that we will give the answers also in detail, why that answer is correct, but it is not that difficult. If anybody wants, the information is available in the net also, Google also, in the books also. So there is nothing to hide, okay, because but only thing one has to practice, because even if you practice, suppose some question is there and you answer that even from some this one, then at least you come to know about that. Like I have given about F.W. Taylor, two remarkable events of year 1947 are invention of transistor and development of simplex method, or invention of lot of options are there, okay. Invention of computer, development of simplex method, like that. So it is these type of things are there, okay. Now it is 2 weeks are over, I think, na 2 weeks. Okay, so let me I can display something and we can discuss. The questions in the exam will be of very simple type without any negative marking, and in assignment also there will be 12 assignments. That means 1 assignment per week. Out of that, 8 best will be considered only. Na? That is the huge advantage to people, that the passing is not that difficult, because 8 best assignments will be taken. Okay, in that one has to get 40% marks. Okay, and in the exam also one has to get 40% marks. So if we can even share that some of the slides, and I can show that. Suppose share. I am just trying to share some slides and just indicate that how that it is going. Okay, share content. Okay, they have given share permission or not? Share. Okay, so it is what is that thing? This is this one. Share. Control Shift and then I. Yeah, this one. Where is Shift button? This is Control Shift and then E. Control Shift E. Okay. Share. Why? What is the problem that you cannot share here? They NPTEL, that team, that they may not have given me share permission. उनको फोन करके बता दो कि अगर शेयर कर सकते हैं तो it will be lot easier. Otherwise, I am just reading that from there. Okay, and let us say that going to this one. Let us say my MOOC. If there is any, okay, MOOC to the IEPR. Okay, exam, assignment, videos, okay. So we have, yeah, share permission is not, share button is not activated here. Okay, because share permission you do.
Sir, okay, share or permission to the option MST में
administrator बनाई दिया ना.
Sir, administrator बनाई दिया. Sir, slide को share करो.
हाँ, yes sir. शेयर है, शेयर ऑप्शन है, आप एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर परमिशन दे दीजिए ना. वो आपने नहीं किया, शायद मुझे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर बना देते ना तो सब शेयर हो सकता था, है ना शायद. हाँ, मतलब अभी शेयर मतलब नहीं. आपके पास है क्या पीपीटी? आप शेयर कर दीजिए अगर है. नहीं है. आपके पास है क्या शेयर का? आपके पास पीपीटी नहीं है? हाँ हाँ, अगर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर परमिशन मुझे दे देते तो फिर ये आसानी से हो सकता है. लेकिन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर परमिशन है ना, तो मैं एक बार उसको वो कर लेता ना. क्योंकि कुछ कैंडिडेट ने अभी मान लीजिए नहीं ज्वाइन किया, बट यूट्यूब में हमेशा रहेगा. बाद में देखना चाहेंगे तो देख लेंगे कि मैंने क्या क्या डिस्कस किया था. इसलिए उसको आप उसमें दिखा दीजिए ना. इज इट नॉट? यस, नहीं दिया है इन्होंने शायद, तभी नहीं आ रहा होगा ना. इवन गूगल में भी फायरवॉल वगैरह की प्रॉब्लम से तुम कह रहे थे ना क्रोम में ठीक है, लेकिन क्रोम से तो नहीं चल रहा था. ये क्या है? शेयर ब्लॉक. देखो आपने शेयर स्क्रीन ब्लॉक करके अलाउड यूज द माइक्रोस टू यूज द सेंड नोटिफिकेशन. ओके, अलाउड. ओके, आप देखें सिलेक्ट विंडो वाली स्क्रीन. ओके, तो ये इंटायर स्क्रीन कर लीजिए. यस, हाँ ठीक है, मैं कर रहा हूँ अभी. अलाउड ठीक है, अभी डिस्टर्ब मत करिए. वो जो है अभी शायद शेयर हो गया. यू आर शेयरिंग. हाँ, अभी शेयर हुआ क्या? अभी देखो, मैं अभी नहीं तो मैं खोल के दिखाता हूँ। अभी ये मेरी स्लाइड्स दिख रही हैं। हमने अब तक 2 वीक हो गए हैं, तो मैंने करीब 10 लेक्चर खत्म कर दिए होंगे ना, 10 वीडियो में। ओके, तो आई कैन जस्ट एक्सप्लेन दैट। जैसे सी इट इज ए बेसिक डिफिनेशन ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग, मेनी पीपल डोंट पे अटेंशन। इसलिए व्हाट हैपेंस इन द बिगिनिंग दैट it is basically engineering is a profession which makes use of the materials and forces of nature for the benefit of mankind. So first chapter is very light. Okay, first means half an hour video, that is just telling history, means people should take interest also in these type of things nowadays. Industrial engineering, okay, where you deal about mind, machine, material, method, measurement, money, and evolution of industrial engineering. Okay, which year what was done. Okay, these are the questions. So assignment problems can be solved based on the information given in PPT. I hope everybody can get the PPT. You see, in 1947 simplex method was developed for solving linear programming problem. Okay, so this is we told one lecture. Other was production planning and control. Okay, that production planning and control is this thing. Yes, production planning and control. What are the objectives of that? Forecasting, you make prediction. Okay, actually forecasting I have discussed here little bit. Okay, more details will come later on. And forecasting is a topic of industrial as well as operations research also. That means forecasting techniques, because most of the time where there is a mathematics that comes in the purview of operations research, capacity planning, sales and operation planning, aggregate planning, revenue management, material requirement planning, bill of materials, master production schedule, and this is a bill of materials, lot sizing decisions, closed loop MRP, and manufacturing resource planning, enterprise resource planning, aggregate planning, production schedule, follow-up and feedback, quality control, challenges in this one, technologies in PPC, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, digital twins. You should be very familiar about these type of things. Not only what I am teaching, even these topics are so popular that if you give just in the Google, you will get so many information about digital twin also, about Internet of Things also, about artificial intelligence also. Of course, artificial intelligence has penetrated, and we all are using AI, we are using chat GPT and all those type of things. So artificial intelligence is also there, but only thing that here in a systematic way we are including these topics, but there is no limit to studying these topics because they are now available. And the third one is that product design. Okay, so product design part, I just try to do that. This is a very important product life cycle. Suppose a product is launched, it is introduced, then there is a growth, then there is a maturity, then it is decline. Okay, that means you have to be ready to develop new type of products. Otherwise, you cannot survive in the market, because every product will decline also, and then you have to, then important stages of design, conceptual design, embodiment design, detailed design, and then some decisions you can take logically with the help of mathematics. Okay, that means you give some numbers. Okay, this criteria, this is the number, this criteria, this is the number, like that. And then you can have concept selection technique, morphological matrix, and all those type of things. So this type of thing was also told, that was in video number 3. Okay, that is this one. And then let me just see that. Okay, we are having this one. So video number 3. Okay, now after that, okay, what happens that once we have gone to here, okay, fine. Now let us say I just close this and I will come to, we are sharing the screen. Yes, fine. We go to this one. Yes. Now product design. Okay, again second part, product design. Now in the product design, everybody, it comes with experience that is there, but we are just telling that how do you compare two type of this one, product. So these are methods like in our analytical hierarchy procedure. Now, this type of thing, that analytical hierarchy process, in analytical hierarchy process type of thing, you people can do lot of software are also there. All one can write the own program, but the main issue is that here you can compare two alternatives like eucalyptus and citrus. If there are two type of plant with respect to one, what is the scale of the other? Like that type of thing you make, and then you do that. So that procedure is there, that was explained, and there is a little bit mathematics thing is there. Then Taguchi's method, Taguchi, and then it is about fuzzy set applications, that concept of that fuzzy set, applications of the fuzzy set. Okay, and this is very interesting type of thing, that how do you compare two alternatives. Suppose one student has got 40 marks in English and 60 marks in the mathematics. So one way it can be that you multiply 40 into 60 and take the square root and say that this is the thing. Means you take geometric mean. Other is that you may take arithmetic mean. Other thing is that you can take just the minimum value. Okay, so all these will do different type of thing. So one has to be very logical, and about, say, suppose you want to compare different mechanisms, you can make some point and you can give the score. It is very simple, but only thing that it makes you more systematic, and then robot design and all those type of things. Now next was that about batch flow production methods, job batch and flow production methods. Here, job work, we all know that suppose I have to make a big boat, so it is a job work type of thing. There will be one place where mechanic and everybody will come and they will do that. Then we can make the product in batches also, and we can make the flow production method. Okay, continuously in a flow, mass production is taking place. So I have given these examples also, say job production, practical example, that in IIT Guwahati one student made this type of dragon actually. So he himself did everything, okay, and it is one place. It is no standard, nothing you cannot automate. So this may not be very efficient process also, because it is not properly optimized. Okay, so there are some difficulties, and you require that this one, and skilled labor is required, high flexibility is there, but longer production time. Okay, but batch production makes a little bit systematic, it is in between, and you have flow production. Flow production means continuous, it is going, comparing production. So this comparison is there, that batch production, flow production, and this one, and we have given some case studies. Process focus system, that machines of one type are at one place depending on the process. And job production, merits and demerits, batch production, merits, demerits, mass customization. That means you do mass production only, but you should have some flexibility to change. Say, for example, even in a big shop, if you are making the cake also, they make everything, I think, in an automatic way, and every system is standard. We can make many cakes, but only toppings can be changed. Okay, that type of thing. So something can be done. Some shoes also, all these things are, but one person's name can be written in the shoe. So these are the mass customization. Now it is like that, and we have said legacy of Fordism. Ford was a pioneer in the mass production. Then work study, okay, that that work study for enhancing the productivity, how the work study should be carried out, what should be the efficient way of doing something. So it has two part, method study and time study. Okay, And the method study, in that method study, you have to select some process. There is a recording technique, and there is a, and suppose you go to some process industry, then there are some symbols. Okay, you can make flow chart how the process is moving. So I have showed that symbol, circle. Transportation means arrow, and this one means inspection, filling the spout. But here inspector is also there. Inspection is shown in a square. And if two things are happening simultaneously, some operation and some inspection, then one thing is inside the other. Then you have storage. Storage is shown here, okay. And then you have got inspection, okay, like that. So if this type of process chart, I went to some industry, and in that I have made these type of things and analysis. Then what I am telling, that this is very interesting to know about Frank B. Gilbreth, who was a basically engineer, okay, and he was born in 1868, died in 1924, and his wife is Lillian Gilbreth. So wife was psychologist. She did basically psychology subject, and Frank was engineer. Both the people work together. Most of the time they work together. So she applied the concept of psychology. So that is what that their story tells, that if you want to do something with efficiency, even psychology can be very important. So she introduced the psychology. Their biography is given. So Lillian Gilbreth was PhD degree in psychology of management. Okay. So this type of thing, they have talked about importance of the mass production, importance of doing the things efficiently. They developed one, these are called Thalbricks in their honor. It is inverse of the Gilbert's name. So like search, method study, that search symbol, position, inspect, these are the symbols. Okay, by that they analyzed. Then technique, time study you can do with the help of, nowadays with the help of mobile phone also we can do. Work sampling. Work sampling is a simple technique. But before that, okay, we say standard time. So that means observed time into rating plus allowance. If some person works very good, okay, that means he has done that some job in 30 minutes. But that worker is very efficient. So his rating is double. So actual for normal person, it will be not 30 minutes. It will be 30 into 2. That means 60 minutes. Okay. On top of that, you have to put some allowance also. That means 20 minutes allowance also. So therefore, standard time will be 80 minutes. So that is this one. Engineers or management should be very mature. I went to in Hindustan Computers, that company, the HCL company, they used to make photocopier there in that unit in Dehradun long back. So there one manager had written some, you know, that some quotations. So quotation is that assumption number 1, you have to assume that we don't have superpower, superman. All are normal human beings. So therefore, why it is important for everybody that you, if you observe that something, you don't do that like that, okay, this job has been done in half an hour, and therefore it is okay, and like that you do estimate. That is not a good approach. Similarly, some person may be very sluggish. If you are doing study on that, but his rating may be very poor, so he took 2 hours, but you multiply it by 0.5, no, to understand that, and you say that this is the thing. And ratings, performance rating come with experience. Sometimes they are documented. Sometimes you have to take your own personal judgment, that how much time it takes. So this is what allowances also have to be given. As a thumb rule, about 15% time as the allowance. Okay, is 5. Suppose observed time is 5. So 5 into 0.5. Okay. Sometimes people give allowance on the standard time. And work sampling is also very important. That suppose you just went in random way 100 times and you found that 60% time the person is working. then you say that basically his productivity is 60%. You can say something like that. And there is a formula that here that you know that when you will be doing this type of work sampling, then there will be some formula also has to be used. And this is okay. Anyway, these are the standard deviations that I have said that in work sampling. I think in the next video I have explained that formula. Okay, let us go to that one. Okay, I think it is okay that here we are going to that formula. Okay, let us go to that work sampling, this one. So what I am going to do that here, work sampling. Anyway, work sampling was introduced by LHC Tippett in 1934. So suppose it is very simple that number observed in classification divided by total number of observations. That is the thing you do that. In fact, we should understand side by side. So what I am telling, let me divert it you from the main topic. So instead of work sampling, suppose we have to understand that this time whether in Bengal election Trinamool party will come or BJP will come. That type of predictions are also done by this type of data. Random way, I will interview many persons and take their opinion. Let us say 60% people said that they will vote to Trinamool. So the 6 means 1,000 votes I took, and out of that 600 said, so I say P is equal to 60 by 100. So that means 0.6 probability that Trinamool will come, and only 40% chance that BJP will come. But this is not enough. They want to know that if Trinamool will get 60% seat, is it not a fixed number? That means it can vary from this to this. Okay, that is the main thing that in statistics, one should be very confident about that. The statistics will not tell only one number. Okay, it will tell some range. Okay, agreed that suppose out of suppose there are 100 seats and Trinamool can get 60, BJP can get 40. But this is not enough. You have to say that in the worst case what will happen, and in the best case what will happen. In the best case, Trinamool may get 70 seats also. In the worst case, they can get 49 or whatever. Then you will get chances. So that means whatever proportion you have got, its upper limit is there and its lower limit is there. And for that there is a formula that is under root P1 minus P by N. This formula has been derived. Okay. So this will use standard deviation, and for upper estimate, P plus K is P. K is a factor. That means if you want that, you know that 99.9% you need to be confident. That means very sure. Then bigger ranges. Okay. That means you take K is equal to 3.291. Is it not? That means if I want to be very, I want to give high confidence level so that you should not blame me later on. So what I will do that, I said that Trinamool will get 60% seats. Okay. But then I will say the range is also there. In the worst case, it will get maybe 90%. And in the in one case, it will get 90%. Other case, it will get maybe 10%. So in that case, chances that I will fail is very less. But you will of course not agree. You will say that you have given very big range. So I have to optimize that what public says. Okay, that means depending on the demand. So that means 90% confidence, then the range becomes small. Okay, that means if you want to speak in the, and another thing is that it is showing that what, that if you want to have more accuracy in prediction, okay, increase the confidence, then under root N is coming below. That means you take the more data, okay, which is common sense. Suppose I go there and I just interview only 1,000 people, that will not be enough. If I interview 4,000 people, my estimate may be even better. If I interview 16,000, so it is not linearly proportional. It is by under root n type of thing. That means if you want to increase the accuracy by half, then you have to take 4 times more data. Okay, that is why more amount of data is often taken. So that's what these type of things I am explaining here. Okay, that means this is what we have given many examples, and of course we make the performance standard that you know. Then ergonomics, I told that it is a subjective type of this one. Not many mathematics will ask, but something about medical things. Information is available in Google, etc. also, but I am just pointing out physical ergonomics, cognitive ergonomics, mental work, organizational ergonomics, principle of ergonomics, workplace design, and these are the common diseases nowadays. You know, workers are facing musculoskeletal disorders, injuries that affect the muscles, bones, joint, tendons. After certain age, people face this type of problem. Then carpal tunnel syndrome, back and neck strain, eye strain and fatigue. These are common. Carpal tunnel syndrome, see, occurs when the median nerve in the wrist is compressed. This can lead to pain, numbness, tingling, weakness, or muscle damage. So there are some techniques that you should do, some light exercises. Eye strain, why? Because our position of the eye with respect to computer is not proper, then you will get eye strain. Okay, solutions: maintain correct posture while sitting, use ergonomic furniture, and nowadays, of course, the yoga is also attached with this. That's why in many companies they are now teaching yoga also, but this is also subject of basically ergonomics. Using safety gear, where you should use safety. Generally, when we do building, we use the gloves, but in carpentry, etc., we don't use gloves. We do by naked hand, because otherwise tools may slip or something. But nowadays in carpentry also, some gloves have been developed. They are about 300 rupee, 400 rupee, and they are used nylon. Then blue light filter is a feature or tool designed to reduce the amount of blue light emitted by screens, such as those on smartphones, computers, and tablets. Even the mobile phone, everything comes in ergonomics. How much maximum sound should be there? Your volume should not be very high. Where you should position your mobile phone, all these things will come basically in ergonomic. How it should be that I should not face any difficulty in searching some command. Everything is the subject of ergonomic. AI-based ergonomic assessment. I have given that example, some case studies, that these companies, they really used ergonomic concepts and they reduced these diseases. And this is what Microsoft, okay, because mostly their employees used to face that carpal tunnel syndrome and finger fatigue because they are typing. So what should be done? That's why touch screen, etc., have been made. You don't have to press anything. So day by day, people are doing that. So these are the myths that ergonomics is only for offices. No, ergonomics is day-to-day life everywhere. Even you are operating mobile phone, there is ergonomics. Okay, expensive furniture is always ergonomic. No, not correct. Sitting is better than standing all day. That is also balance is necessary. Sometimes you have to sit, sometimes you have to stand. So this type of thing, human computer interface, keyboard design, and you see this thing has been made so that you can rest your arm there. Arm should not be hanging. Then future trend in ergonomics, AI-driven workplace adjustment, smart wearable devices, virtual ergonomics training. So it enhances the efficiency. So that type of thing I have described in detail in my video lecture, and you have to actually pay attention to these type of things. Okay, now what happens that here I'll just go to this one let us say, okay, let us say that I will go to this one, inventory, okay, lecture 8. This was having some mathematics. Now somebody may ask, inventory is a topic of industrial engineering and operations research. It is both, okay. If you have purchased some book on the industrial engineering, it will have one chapter on inventory management, because inventory management is very important activity. But it will also be in the book of operations research. If you see in Taha's book also it is there. So it is operations research only, and inventory should be minimized, but generally people, it is about 50% inventory, how much to order. So here some little bit mathematics, something is about that, ordering cost, EOQ model, okay, simple model that you purchase something and it keeps reducing, then you purchase another thing, it keeps reducing, EOQ model. And then this I have already derived, and it is very standard in all the books, it is there. If it is optimum, that time your holding cost will be equal to setting cost or ordering cost, okay. And holding cost doesn't mean that only that you are putting physically in your almirah, so that means rent of that almirah, etc. That is not. If holding also means that suppose you have purchased something of 1 lakh rupee, then on that 1 lakh rupee you are losing interest. So that interest will also be part of the holding cost, okay. That means how much. So this type of formula is coming. Q star is equal to under root 2D S by H. D is the annual demand. Suppose annual demand. S may be the setup cost, and H may be the holding cost. That is annual setup cost is S, and annual holding cost is H. Okay, everything. So I have given optimization method, like how do it comes, differentiate that, expected number of orders. Formula, say simple problem, but it gives some idea. Like a company makes face masks, and annual demand is 5,000 units. Setup or ordering cost is 1,000. Holding cost per unit per year is rupees 50. So then what happens, that you put that data under 2DS. So annual demand is 5,000. In setup or ordering cost is 1,000. Annual holding cost is 50. So it answer comes out to be 440 units. That means at one time, if you order 448 unit, that will be economical. Okay, you don't have to hold much then. And this is like number of orders and all those type of things. And I have described that something. Reorder point. What is reorder point? Reorder point you can understand from simple example, like in my house, I keep that generally I purchase 30 milk packets at a time, okay, so that I keep consuming. But then when I see that only 5 packets are remaining, then I tell some person that, okay, bring the another one, because I know that it may take some time or I may get busy. So I do not wait that everything should be empty, because all of a sudden if all the things, and then somebody has come to my house, how I make tea? So I need to have some safety. So as soon as 5 packets are remaining, immediately I call the other person, okay. So that means order for the next 30 lot, okay, so that it can. So 5 is my order point, okay. So 5 will be called ROP. That means 5 units, 5 packets will be my reorder point. So you can decide your own reorder point, okay. Somebody may say, why 5 packets are still there, only when 2 packets will remain. If you are very sure that, suppose your house in Kolkata, in a very busy market, maybe just below your house there is a shop. So why you will do that? As soon as you will say that only 1 packet is remaining, then also you can take that. But suppose your shop is far away, in that case you should take reorder point as more. Okay. If I know that I am in a remote place, suppose I am in Arunachal Pradesh, in some zero or something, some other place where you know that things come from outside. So I should have sufficient margin. As soon as 15 packets are remaining, I should tell that people that I need more packets so that they can come in time. So reorder point is decided about that. It is demand per day into lead time for a new order. That means how much time it takes to get a new order. Production order quantity model, and this is about so suppose production is also taking place, you are producing as well as you are consuming that. So this is demand per day, this is production per day. So D by P and 1 minus D by P. So that formula gets modified. That also has been explained. These topics are of operations research. Okay, that means you can practice, some problems have been given, but my PPT can be seen again and again, and you can get the idea about that one. Okay, right. So I think that up to this much. I think if there is any question up to that, then you can. Acha, that it refreshes. Is there any question? George Matthew had one question, and this is yes. Okay, fine. So let me just tell about. Okay, if I have done like this, then it is where is that thing? Yes, lecture 9, inventory management. Okay, here very important things are here in this also. Sometimes we have quantity discount model, that if you purchase 2 quantities, then it is you will get discount also. Like I go to purchase shaving blade. If I purchase 1 blade, they take 25 rupees. But if I take 4 blades, then I get 75 rupees only. Okay. So that means I do lot of saving. That means if I purchase 75, so if I purchase 4 at a time, so 75 by 4, 18.75 only. So how much saving I have got? Instead of 25 rupees, 18.75 divided by 25 into 100. 25% saving is there. Sometimes I will go to purchase dry dates. There, if you purchase 2 packets, then 1 packet is free. So this is called quantity discount model. So you have to take decision. You get tendency to purchase more. But if you know that if you are in some place and you don't want to, suppose you have come to some city only for 2-3 days, then no point in purchasing 4 sets of the blade, because you know that it is this one. So this decision has to be taken. So how mathematically it is done, that aspect is discussed here. I have given with the help of examples. You can see the video again. You can see PPT also. And probabilistic model and safety stock. That means there is some uncertainty. Show you probability of the demand and this type of thing. Then single period model, that you have to take. Sometimes single period model means I will not have any storage, etc. I just have to purchase and consume. Like newspaper hawker, he purchases the newspaper for a day and disposes that. Similarly, you can say vegetable man. He purchases the vegetable, he has to finish by evening, and even fruits man like that. So in that case, there is a single period model, and it is this one. So what he has to balance? Cost of shortage. That means sometimes there is a demand, but he could not complete it. So in a way, he is facing loss. So this is what happens. It is called the cost of shortage. And cost of overage means if he has taken extra, then some of these things may not be sold. Okay, so unnecessary, that is this one. So he has to take decision. Like a sweet maker, he also has to decide. Suppose halwai, how much that rasgulla he should make if he's making daily by from Chena properly. So one has to see that if he makes more, some will get wasted, and you see that generally something is getting wasted also, because it will become this one old. So that is why this balance. So there is a service level that probability of not stocking out should be equal to or more than the ratio CS divided by CS plus C0. And more things will come in more detail. We will study again towards the end of the talk. Okay, that means towards maybe in the month of October we will discuss more. But right now it is up to that thing. Then fixed period systems. And then what happens that here, inventory control techniques. How do we control that? One thing I am telling, very important, day-to-day life also. ABC analysis. What is based on that? There are some A category item, B category item, C category item. That means some are insignificant, some are very significant, but people pay equal attention. I have seen in some offices also, small things, somebody is paying more attention. That is the management principle says that you should not waste too much energy. Suppose there is a big office and you are paying the attention only that how much expenditure on tea coffee has gone, which may be very small, and if you have saved 100 rupee and 200 rupee, that is not this one. You should see that where are the major sources of this one. So similarly here also there may be some items, A class are expensive items, and their value is about 70% to 80%. One should pay more attention there. And benefits of ABC HML means high cost, medium cost, low cost items. And this is the type of thing. And this is VED analysis means sometimes money is not everything. You have to decide about vital. Maybe it may not be expensive, that it is very essential. Say for example, in a hospital, gas may not be that expensive. Some medicines may be much more expensive, but oxygen cylinder should be there. So because it is vital. So you classify the inventories, SDE, and this is what FSN, fast moving, slow moving, non-moving, that means items which are frequently used. Golf analysis, that means GOLF stands for government controlled open market, local supplies and foreign market. That which items are government controlled, which are in open market, which are local supplies, which are in foreign market. You should know that type of thing. XYZ, these are the things inventory according to variability of demand. Okay. SOS analysis means seasonal or off-seasonal. Some items are seasonal and some are off-seasonal, and combination of various techniques. So this type of thing also has been told to you. And then finally, supply chain management. How the supply should keep coming. What is a supply chain? We have told supply chain definitions. You need a raw material, then you can produce something, then you can give to distributor, then you can give to retailer, then you can give to customer. And internal supply chain refers to internal activity inside the organization also. One material has supply from one place to other. These are 7 R's of supply chain management: right product, right quantity, right condition, right place, right time, right customer, right cost, and improving the. So this is and then there is a concept of lean, agile, and combination of these both. Lean means what? Lean simply means there to avoid the wastage. Unnecessary you don't take. Like this is called something like lean manufacturing. Sometimes you have seen that Some people in some houses, one person will keep about 4 or 5 coats and 4 or 5, you know, that shirt and many clothes. Okay, this is not the lean, because you know it has to be unnecessary. Lot of inventory is there. You have to see that how, what is the optimum. Okay, how best can be done in your organization. You can manage with 2 cars, but you are purchasing 5 cars only for bringing the boys from the school. The school manager, he can manage with 4 buses, but there are 40 buses. Then this is not a lean system. Lean has a lot of wastage, so you have to remove the wastage. That is called muda and muri. But agile means you should adapt to some situation. So sometimes it looks conflicting that all of a sudden, suppose more students will come, then what I will do that. So you have to do balance, okay, legal. So lean manufacturing is basically philosophy and methodology focused on maximizing productivity and minimizing waste in manufacturing processes, aiming to create more value for customers with fewer resources. Okay. Eliminating waste is called muda. Muda is a Japanese language term. In Japanese language, muda means wastage. Muda means unevenness, non-uniformity. Muri means overburden. That means you are giving some one person only too much job. Agile manufacturing, dynamic approach to production that prioritizes rapid responsiveness to changing customer needs and market demands. Nowadays, you have to be agile. Even in job market, it is said that one skill is not enough. One has to know 2-3 skills. If demand is there, you have to do that. If I am teaching a subject of, you know, that machining science, but machining science may not be popular, I quickly should be able to start teaching AI also in mechanical engineering, like that. So agility should be there. Market, this one, and functions and activities of supply chain management, all these things we will study. Forecasting, okay, benefits of supply chain management. We have to do vendor analysis also based on price, quality, service. Is it not? Service is also very important. Sometimes I have purchased some item because they give me 3 years warranty. Other person was giving somewhat cheaper, but the warranty was only for 1 year. So then I decided that 3-year warranty is much better. Push and pull strategy just in time. That means whenever you need something, you do that. Will be perfect. And ethics in supply chain management. Okay, that means you should not do much wastage. You should incorporate human resources, manufacturing resource planning. Okay, these type of things are also there. Master this one, manufacturing capacity planning, MRP material requirement planning, but MRP 2 is manufacturing resource planning. Digital supply chain, that how everything is digital. It is already there. Day-to-day example. Somebody send me some packet, some books, and I can always track online that where it is, in which city it is there. Okay, that means digitally I am tracking, and it is happening automatically. After some time, they will have minimum manpower, but you know it will go, and automatically the conveyor will check, means it will flow in the conveyor, and then they will check that QR code, and from that they will do this one. So digital supply chain, Internet of Things, that means things are connected by internet. Okay, they have software, network of different physical objects that are embedded with digital services, such as sensors and actuators. Okay, they are connected. IoT in smart logistics and supply chain 4.0, these type of things, warehouses, logistics, how to develop a digital supply chain. Impact of 3D printing on supply chain. Now 3D printing is coming in a big way. It is possible that, I design something and it can be printed in some other city. Okay. So I need not transport that. So 3D printing, impact of 3D printing, conventional supply chain, supplier gives to manufacturer, then distributor, then retailer, then customer. But now supplier can go to distributor and retailer and customer, because distributor can print out that he can have 3D printer. He himself can do manufacturing. That means manufacturer got eliminated. Similarly, supplier can do to retailer. Distributor also got eliminated. Okay. I give the example that suppose I am making some newspaper editor. I need not print it at my place at Guwahati and send to various cities like Kolkata, Bombay, etc. In Kolkata, Bombay, etc., the printers are there, and there it will be printed. I will use a soft copy PDF. Or even more, I will just give the PDF. Every customer will have it. Is even supplier to customer also directly it can go. Every customer has got a printer in his house. He can print the newspaper. Okay, so these type of things we have discussed there till now, and more things are interesting things are getting discussed. If there is any question, then we can answer. Is there NPTEL team? Is there any question anybody is asking? No, sir. Okay, fine. Okay. So I think that this is the thing. I don't know, many people are more than 1,567 people are enrolled in this, but you know that everybody may be busy in daytime. That timing also we go in the office time only, but many of the students study in the night. They see the video, so as per their own convenience, they can see. I think this will be recorded, is it not? This live session recording will be there with you, is it not? Okay. So participants can see anytime, because I have summarized. I have told also. I have told that how the questions will be simple as I am giving in the assignment. It is now, because as per the guideline of NPTEL, now 50% questions will be almost from the assignment, because 25% will be ditto. There will not be change. So solution, but 25% we will change some numbers or language and something. Okay. Remaining 35% will be from video straightway, and 15% will be challenging type of question, which I can give from any place. Okay. That means it can be any book or something related, that type of thing, or innovative type thing, just to know that who is this one. So that is what I wanted to tell, and I think that time is also over now. No? Okay. So we should conclude. Okay. Because the session is for only 1 hour. Correct? Yeah. So 1 hour is complete. Okay, done. Okay. Yeah, fine. Okay, fine. Yes. Okay. Fine. Okay.